traced us. Let's hop out to the bag, baby.
This was it for us, our last day, huh?
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap on us, you guys!
Let's do it.
Get out there.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. My view, Chiefs. Yes, look at these. Look at my
Hey,
star
this was
child.
fun.
We did it. We did it.
Love these guys.
Did it, fam.
Oh my gosh.
did it.
Yes.
We did it.
Yes. Yes. The hardest season ever. My gosh.
So much fun.
Too much.
Oh, yeah, fam. What's going on? And as you see, yes, Ruthless Season 4 just wrapped up. Yes, we have another season coming after this one. So, yes, let's get into Season 3, Episode 7 recap for Ruthless and family. Yeah, we see this guy, Malcolm, boy, face off with Andrew. Yeah, Andrew was not happy at all. Yeah, this episode, definitely a crazy one. Another one. Again, I asked myself, why do I watch this show? I'm like, nah, I don't watch it, but yeah, we gotta watch it. So the name of this one is The Strangers, and the description reads, the faces of the Raku band together to show the meaning of what being an outsider truly is. And yes, look at these two right here, outsiders, trying to get into the Raku campus for all the wrong reasons, right? So as we left off, as you remember, we see that Lynn and Malcolm just want to come to the Raku to get some extra products, right? Extra stuff to make them feel good. And we know Andrew is not happy to see Malcolm at all. And he's making it known. He's like, I don't think y'all should be here. You should leave. But Daikon is like, hey, we need to be more gracious with these guests that we have here, right? So they're trying to get Malcolm to leave, but Malcolm's like, see, that's not going to happen because we're kind of an item, you know, we're together in this, you know, we're a package deal. And Daikon is like, oh, Lynn, you didn't tell me that you had a boyfriend, that, you know, you was going to bring this guy and that you have a boyfriend. So she's like, yeah, it's kind of like that. So is it possible for him to stay too? Because, you know, I really want to stay, but if not, then I have to go with him. And so Daikon's like, yeah, he can stay. He can stay for the weekend as well. You know, we're going to allow him to stay for the weekend, but we know it's going to be way longer than that. So Malcolm being all extra, just like, oh, thank you so much. And then he bear hugs Daikon, and Daikon's like, just like, get off me. Like, why are you doing this? And then he goes over to Andrew, acts like he doesn't know his name. He's like, yeah, your name is Andrew, right? Yeah. And then he bear hugs him too. And Andrew just wants to murder him. Like, he wants to thrash his face, right? He just wants to punch him in the face. But yeah, now they're going to stay for the weekend, but it's going to be way longer than that. So yeah, he's like, yeah, we're going to give you a tour and everything. But she's talking about, yeah, she has to go to the bathroom. So he calls Zane over. Daikon calls Zane to take her to the outhouse. And she's like, outhouse? You guys don't have like indoor plumbing and nothing like that? And she's like, no. He's like, no. He's like, think of it like camping. He's like, okay, I'll think of it like camping, whatever. So she goes with Zane, and look at your boy. Andrew just wants to pounce on Malcolm, like seriously, he just wants to stomp on his face with everything that Malcolm has been doing, sleeping with his wife, sleeping with Brian's wife. I mean, this guy is just a douchebag, and Andrew knows it. Andrew is like, for real, he's a terrible FBI agent because he's doing all this crazy stuff, and he's there. And we already know that he's there just because of Lynn. He's not there on a mission just like Andrew. So, yeah, you know, they face off. Like, you know, Andrew and him about to get it popping, like, for real. But we're going to see what happens. So, they shake hands, right? Daikon shakes hands with Malcolm. He's like, oh, were you in, like, the military? He's like, yeah, I was in the Navy. And then Daikon goes, yeah, well, you know, Andrew was in the Army. And Malcolm just laughs like, ha ha. And he's like, why is he laughing? And he leans over to Daikon and says, yeah, we call the Army guys girly boys, right? And Daikon is not amused, nor is Andrew. And he's like, yeah, well, I think you should leave, you know, so I can, you know, I may have to make you leave. So Man, it's just real tense right there between these two. He's like, all right, we're going to give you a tour. I want a tour. And Daikon's like, hey, take it easy. Take it easy. We're going to take care of him. Don't even worry about it. So Zane takes Lynn to the outhouse, but it's also next to where, the ladies and the men, they shower, right? So she's like, oh, yeah, shower together? Like, that's a little bit too close. And she's like, you want me to go into that? And she's like, yeah, no. She's like, nah, don't you guys have like an indoor plumbing? Like, where does the highest go to the bathroom? How about you take me there? Because I'm a guest here. She's really trying to maneuver herself into the highest's trailer and everything. But guess who shows up? Elder Mother Supreme Marva shows up. She's like, Lynn, how you doing? How are you? Good to see you, girl. Yeah, I thought that was you over there. Yeah. And then she's just like, yeah, Marva, good to see you. I'm back. I may stay. And she's like, about these outhouses and all this and that. She's like, yeah, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Hey, just try it out. Just try it. Again, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can do it. And then, I'll feed you and cook you some food that you like from last time. She's like, yeah, I want some food. So Lynn is going to try to go to the bathroom in this outhouse. And she holds her back. She's like, I'm going to be over there. I'm going to be over there. Don't worry. Go ahead and do it. And bougie ass Lynn, boy, she is crazy, for real, crazy. So yeah, now Andrew and Malcolm walking around. And Andrew's like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Does Mac even know that you're here? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you're the worst FBI agent. Why would he send you in here? He's like, yeah, Mac sent me. He's like, no, he didn't. Stop lying. Like, you're the worst, man. Like, you are the worst. And he's just telling him, like, yo, this is not a freaking game, man. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you coming up in here playing games with this girl? And he's like, you see over there? Do you see over there? Those are little kids, man. This is not a game, man. We still on a mission. He's like, well, you taking too long to wrap up this case. And, the highest is messing with you and this, that, and the third. And that's why it's taking you so long. He's like, man, you see them kids over there? Like, seriously, this is not a game. I don't know why you playing around. He's like, yo, he really kills kids? Like, for real? Like, nah. He's like, yo, stop playing. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to go and walk around myself. You don't want to give me a tour? I'm going to walk around myself. So Malcolm is being a jerk as usual. So now we see Joan. And Joan is talking to Ruth. He's like, how you doing? How you doing? Joan always messing with Ruth. And she's like, listen, I need you to talk to River because River's going through some stuff. The highest keeps like messing with him and everything else like that and being real cruel to him. So I need you to talk to him. She's like, well, what's going on with that money and all this and that? And she's like, listen, I need you to intercept that whole pregnancy test thing. I need you to see what you can do. And she's like, well, I can stop it. I can delay it for a couple of days. And she's like, listen, you do that. If you can do that, then yeah, I'll go talk to River, So she's like, yeah, talk to River, but talk to him now. Because, he's really upset and everything else like that. So now we're back in the punishment trailer with your girl, Lacey and Olive, boy. And they talking about, man, they really want to get out of there. They've been in there for days. They haven't eaten. So now Lacey's talking about having some ice cream. And Oliver's like, yeah, that sounds good. And all this and that. And then she gets all sentimental. And she's like, yeah, I wouldn't have made it without you. Being in here. I came here and I thought things were going to be all right. But, I really am happy. And he's like, don't say that because I can't help you. I'm in here with you, And she's just like, yeah, it's going to be all right. I love you and all this and that. And they get all googly-eyed with each other because they try to give each other hope and all this and that. But ain't no hope right there. I mean, they just really like just the inevitable is going to happen. So it is what it is. So now we go to the highest's trailer and he's looking for something. Like he's just searching. But you could tell he's mad irritable. And Daikon comes in. And he's really, really upset. Like, he's really angry today. Look at his eyes. The highest is at the lowest right now. And he's just like, what's going on? The FBI guy, he's still here. Oh, Lynn is here too. There's another guy. And he's just getting real angry. And he's like, yeah, I'm hungry. Like, listen, you better take care of all of this. And he's just really upset with everything right now. He hasn't had anything to eat. So you already know he's hangry, but he's like, it's just another thing I got to deal with. So he goes to the door. He's like, I'm hungry. Send me some food. I'm hungry. And he is just mad right now. He's like, send me Joan. Go get Joan. So Elder Mother Supreme prepares the highest's food, and she was going to take it to him. But of course, Ruth, she is going to take it to the highest. And she is just like, okay, I'll let you take it. And the Elder Mother Supreme is like, yeah, you know about the pregnancy test, right? Did he tell you about it? And she said, yeah. The highest told me about the pregnancy test. He's like, yeah, well, because you're with child and you're glowing and you're looking good, you're going to be the first one we test. And she's like, yeah, okay, Elder Mother Supreme. And she takes the food and walks away, takes it to the highest. And again, your boy is hangry. Just problem after problem is coming his way. And she's just like, oh, I'm concerned for you. Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Just put the food down. He's just real irritable. He's like, just get out of my sight. Just get out of my sight. You don't know what's going on. And of course, she tries to do the whole mother thing that she usually does, and he's like, listen, if you're going to try to do that, you're highly mistaken. You're going to make a big mistake. She's like, seriously? He's like, yeah, test me. He's like, now get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. So today, he's kind of real irritable. There's not some stuff that Elder Mother Marva puts in his food. There may not be that much in there, but he needs to eat so he can get some of that extra stuff to calm his ass down. So now we see your boy Daikon go to the accounting trailer to go get Joan because the highest told him to go get Joan to find out what the plan is. So she's like, oh, the plan. Yes, okay, I'm going to go see the highest right now. And Daikon being nosy as hell, he's like, so what's the plan? And of course, Joan, she's smart enough to say, oh, he didn't tell you the plan? Well, if he didn't tell you the plan, then I can't tell you the plan, And he's like, shoot. So here goes Malcolm with his dumb ass. He's just real stupid. So he's trying to find out what's going on and what the punishment trail is all about. But of course, Andrew's not telling him anything. Daikon goes over and says he's going to take over the tour from here. So he's asking Daikon, what's in that trailer? He's like, oh, that's where we punish people. And he smiles with a straight face. And Malcolm's like, you're joking, right? See, you're messing around with me. You're joking. You don't punish anybody in there. But he doesn't know. And Daikon's like, just smiling because he's like, that's the truth. Like, he's telling him the truth. He's like, God, you guys are so nice. This is paradise. He's like, listen, how about we go get you something to eat? Let's go feed you. Because, they want to feed him so they can put some of that good stuff inside of Malcolm and knock him out. So now here comes Joan going to the highest's trailer. And he's like, hey, Joan, what's going on? He looks a little better. He's a little nicer. He may have had some of the food. And he's like, yeah, so what's the plan? She's like, yeah, in a couple of days, we need to make a phone call and I need to use the internet so we can transfer that $3 million. So he's like, all right, just let me know what else I need to do. So now we're back in the kitchen and Elder Mother is feeding Lynn and is introduced to douchebag Malcolm. And she's like, oh, who is this nice young man? And he's just like, yeah, I'm definitely hungry. I would love some food. And he's like, oh, yeah, don't worry. Elder Mother Supreme, she's going to make you some food, some really, really good food. So they're really excited because Lynn already knows about her food and she's already eating some of the food. So they're like, all right, just go to the pavilion and I'm going to bring you some food. Don't worry about it. So they look at each other as they leave. And Daikon's looking at Elder Mother Supreme and he's like, hit him hard. And Elder Mother's like, yeah, I will. And they go, it makes them that weird noise. So Ruth finally goes to River to talk. And she's like, hey, what's going on? I heard, there's some things going on with you. And River's just like, yeah, he tortures me every time I go to see him. He doesn't do you the way that he does me. He's really angry. It's like another person inside. It's like a whole different person. And she's like, well, do what you got to do because we got to get this money regardless. He's like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's just taking too long. And of course, Ruth is on him like, yo, listen, you better not mess us up. You continue to do what you're supposed to do. And River is just on some like, yeah, whatever. He's really giving an attitude, but he knows he has to do what he has to do. So now here we go with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Heckle and Jekyll. They're eating the food. Elder Mother Marva's looking on. She's like, yeah, E-Top, it's very good, very good. And they're like, yeah, it's really good. And Daikon is talking to him. And yeah, Andrew's standing there too. But all of a sudden, we see Malcolm and he's like looking down. He's like, what's wrong? He starts coughing. He's like, what's going on? What's wrong? And Lynn is like, are you okay? And then he tries to get up and Malcolm falls out on the table. Daikon's like, don't worry about it. And she's like, what's going on? Lynn is like, what is happening what's in this food? What are you giving us? And then she starts to get a little queasy and all this and that, right? And then all of a sudden, she falls out too. Cold. Yeah, Elder Mother Marva Supreme. She put that real good stuff in there and knocked them out. So now we got Ruth, and she's in the kitchen with Elder Mother Supreme, and she's like, hey, listen, what's going on? Are you still putting stuff in his food? Because, the highest is real irritable, and the stuff is not working. She's like, yeah, I put a little something, but I need to put more in there, Elder Mother Marva, because he's very hangry and not really responding to her the way that she needs him to respond. So, yeah, she just keeps talking about that whole pregnancy test thing and all this and that, right? So now we're in the torture chamber, and we're back with your boy Brian. And he's still trying to get answers. The highest is still trying to get answers out of him. He's saying that he doesn't know anything. So you know what the highest is going to do. He takes those little scissors and snip, snip. One more finger gone on Brian. He is screaming at the top of his lungs. He is like, oh my God, this is crazy. He's like, do you know anything now? You gonna tell me anything now? We got somebody for you. We got somebody that I want you to meet, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know anything. There's nobody on the campus. There's no undercover on the campus. And he's just holding to that story. He's like, bring her in. And yeah, Andrew and Daikon bring in knocked out Lynn. It looked like they took off her clothes too. And now, yeah, Brian sees his wife. And he's like, no. He's like, all right, you don't have any answers? So the highest is like, all right, go and kill her, Daikon. Go ahead and kill her. He's like, no, I'll talk. Okay, I'll say something. And yeah, they just show your girl Lynn knocked out cold. So that is episode 7 of Ruthless season 3. That's the recap. Family, let me know your thoughts and your theories on this. Yeah, it's going crazy again. I believe that your boy Malcolm's going to end up in the freezer by the highest and Ruth. Yeah, he's about to go down. It's about to go down. Yeah, family. So let me know your thoughts, your theories, and you know what it is, fam. I appreciate you all for watching. And until next time, salute.